And I'll say it first so you can get a feel.
This is the scariest thing I've ever done.
So what's up with your girl, Angela Stanton King?
Oh my gosh. I guess she's standing on business.
That was like a real cringe. Like, I mean, I was like, my goodness. And then for Robert Kennedy to just go along with it.
And you could tell he didn't want to do
Yeah,
it.
like white people, like white men, they got to start having balls. Like, stand up to these people. don't don't get scared just because you scared somebody's gonna call you a racist. Like, come on, man. Like, you
Do
got.
you think like she was dead serious with this, or do you think she was trolling, or like a little bit of both?
All right, see, it's a twofold answer. Like, these people are not serious people. That's one. So when they do something serious, in their heart of hearts, they're serious, but they're just not serious people. Like, a lot of these people, they're not real people to me. You know, so I don't know. And then the song was like stupid. All right,
I know I keep saying this, but I can't wait till I see like the full, because you know Boozy was there too. So do you think like RFK was rapping on that? Like, you know how she had him up to the booth? Okay, you're gonna do this after me or whatever.
RFK can barely speak. How's he gonna rap? Like, what is he gonna say? I'm RFK.
That's another. Why would she do that?
You said what?
Why would she do that?
Because she's not a serious person. No,
Duncan said that was the cookout.
they're not serious people. That's the thing. But
I must have watched it like 20 times today, literally, or probably more than that. And each time I kept cracking up. Like, I don't know. Like I said, I can't wait when they release the whole track or whatever.
yeah, I mean, it's election season, and I think this is the problem I have with this whole election season thing. Like, we wait till the last minute to actually start getting these issues out. The issues that are important to me have been important to me for the last 10 years, and you know, the main issue for me is always economy. It's, you know, because you know, if we don't have control over our individual economy, then we're not free people.
No, I don't know why I'm laughing. I can't stop laughing at that.
Talking about
No, I'm listening to you, but I'm just.
standing on business. Yeah, but you know, so that
I don't know why this is like extremely funny to me. Like, I don't know what. And people can't even accuse him of pandering.
why? Why you can't?
Because I feel like, I know it's wrong for me to say that she forced him to do it, but I really feel like she forced him to do that.
Yeah, she forced him to do it.
I don't think it was an ideal, like him being there. Okay, you could say, okay, whatever. But him, I don't know, rapping along or whatever she told him to go along with, I don't think he wanted to do that.
RFK cannot speak. How is he gonna rap? That's what I'm trying to say. Like his voice sounds like a broken auto tune.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, Boozy was there. So did you see the very ending part, like when she was like dancing?
She was, you know, she was getting. I was like, she was getting.
said, oh, they said Juvenile was gonna pull up. Oh my God, vax that thing up.
Yeah, he was about to vax that. Hold on, you know RFK is anti-vax, so you know he ain't gonna let Juvenile in the building.
Oh,
I don't know. So let me ask you this. So with the election coming up and you being a woman and getting to vote, so what are the most important issues for you?
America, period.
I mean, that's kind of.
Well, yeah, definitely the economy. you saying like policy wise, or just it could be anything?
Well, what is your idea? What's your ideal economic philosophy, or like what are we doing now to to stifle the ideal economic condition?
Oh
You
my
know,
God, we're horrible. We're like what, trillions in debt. Um,
that's more so fiscal policy.
yeah, but doesn't that affect everything?
Well, yeah, it does. I mean,
That's like, I don't
the
know.
thing is the way our monetary system is set up, it affects things. It it has like a delayed effect, so that's why you have the inflation and whatnot, because our labor, our currency is not backed by anything except our labor and our production. So, if our money was backed by gold, if our currency was backed by gold or silver, or like a fungible asset, then you couldn't just inflate the money supply, because then it wouldn't work the same way. But since our currency is backed by our labor and production, then you just backload everything. So you just print more money, but that means we have to work harder, for our production to catch up with the money supply. So basically, they're robbing us. So what we get paid for 8 hours, we're only getting paid for 4 hours now,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
when
the tax.
when there's more money out there,
Hmm.
um, the cost of everything goes up. So yeah, so that is one thing. But to fix that, we would have to shut down the Federal Reserve. And every president that's tried to do that has gotten shot, or they tried to kill him. I don't know if you know about Andrew Jackson, but he's probably one of the coldest presidents that this nation ever had. Like, he actually wanted to preserve the sovereignty of the United States rather than giving it to the bankers. And that's what he ran on. He was like, I'm going to kill the banks. And he almost succeeded. But then, when his presidency was over, they signed, they re-upped the bank charter. And so, and that's the messed up part, because like, it's the biggest troll that he's on the $20 bill, because he would have never wanted to be on the $20. He would never wanted to be on a banknote, because that's what our money is. It's just banknotes.
So
So
he would have never. You're saying he would have never wanted to be on any bill for that matter.
no,
Wow,
no, no.
I didn't know
Yeah,
about this.
he is the president that went to war with the bankers. He said they're a den of vipers, and he said, I'm going to kill y'all before y'all kill me. And that's what he ran on. And he was, and that the thing is, like, history teaches us that he owned slaves and he was evil. And I mean, he might have been, I don't know, but as far as like president preserving the sovereignty of our nation, I don't think there was anybody better than him. Just from from what I've read so far. I mean, they might have been somebody better. I don't
Wow,
know.
I need to go read up more on him after you told me this. What do you think prevented him from being murdered, like kind of like JFK or Abraham Lincoln style or what have you?
What stopped Jackson from being
Hmm.
murdered? Well, they tried to kill him, but the guns jammed. They tried to shoot him, but the gun jammed.
Oh
So
wow.
I think that when you have the truth on your side, and when you operate in integrity, that God protects you. That's all I can make of it, because a lot of these people that die, they make deals. You still there?
Hmm.
Okay.
I hear
Yeah, a lot of these people.
you perfectly.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of these people that get killed, they make deals. And when you make a deal with the devil and he comes to cash in, if you don't pay with interest, you gonna pay with your life. So, JFK, that whole family, they got their fortune off of bootlegging, and stood on business. Their fathers, you know he had some dealings with the mob, so he had to stand on business.
Yeah, they say there, you know how there's so many conspiracies to his death. They even say that somebody like one of the mobsters from like Louisiana might have done that to him like often, but then they say the driver offed him.
Louisiana?
Yeah, because you know there was a Sicilian mob there in New Orleans, so
Mm.
so
Well,
that's who you're pretty much talking about, the New Orleans sector of the mob. That well, not to go off topic, but the Sicilians used to get lynched in New Orleans by the white man.
yeah. The
Like
Italians,
so,
they used to be known as white niggers
yeah, or
or
like
something like that.
olive
Yeah,
colored, because they wasn't pale per se. They had a
yeah,
little color. So
yeah. They say like they say Rome ends where Africa begins or something like that. That's what that's
it's
what.
North, southern Mediterranean, North Africa.
Yeah. Like
We share, so like Egypt and Libya and all those countries up North Africa, they share the Mediterranean Sea with Greece and Italy. So,
weren't the Italians in Ethiopia?
yeah.
Yeah, you probably go to Rome and you clean up like they would you have men like throwing themselves at your feet and stuff. You,
Really?
you yeah, they love black women in Rome in Italy. They love black women. So you know you can be a passport sis. Nah, but JFK, he has signed on Executive Order 11 10, and what it did was it took the power. Basically, I think it reinstated the silver standard. Let me look it up right quick because I think that's why he died. Uh, let's see. Executive Order. Okay. Okay. Issued by JFK, delegating the Secretary of Treasury the President's authority to issue silver certificates under the Thomas Amendment of the Agricultural Adjustment Act, amended by the Gold Reserve Act. It said the order allowed the Secretary to issue silver certificates if any were needed during the transition period under President Kennedy's plan to eliminate silver certificates and use Federal Reserve notes. Okay, the order allowed, and if any were needed during the trend. Okay. Yeah, so I think that's why he died. I think that's why they killed him because he was.
Explain that.
Let me read it. The executive order amended Executive Order 10289 by delegating to the Secretary of Treasury the President's authority to issue silver certificates. Okay, I'm going to read it again. It delegated to the Secretary of Treasury the President's authority to issue silver certificates under the Thomas Amendment as amended by the Gold Reserve Act. It said the order allowed the Secretary to issue silver certificates during the transition period under President Kennedy's plan to eliminate silver certificates and use Federal Reserve notes. So I don't know what all that entails, and it said Jim Morris in the book Crossfire presented that the theory that Kennedy was trying to rein in the power of the Federal Reserve and the forces opposed to such action might have played at least some part in his assassination. So they said that the issuance of the executive order was an effort by Kennedy to transfer power from the Federal Reserve to the United States Department of Treasury by replacing Federal Reserve notes with silver certificates.
You know, I want Robert Kennedy to be president. That's who I want to be president. But
why is that?
Because he a Kennedy. He a Kennedy, and it runs in his blood.
He know what he doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
My cousin the other day, then they called me talking about Boost. Man, I think you need to get on Trump team. I see this nigga looking for a stimulus check. Everybody want Trump. They just want they want some paper. We did have more money now. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
We did have more money. Cause Biden, he get too much fucking money to what that place name?
Well.
That nigga giving trillions. All the people under the bridge in that.
Yeah.
What's the name of the people that walk?
Palestine.
Ukraine.
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 Yeah.
He done pissed me off.